Olvídate de nosotros, olvídate de Cuba.
Una vida normal, una familia, un hogar.
El arte es tu hogar, coño.
Debo ser el único cubano que quiere estar en Cuba.
Tú eres negro y esta es la oportunidad de tu vida. Yo te puse el nombre de un indio bravo el día que naciste. Tú eres Yuli y vas a ser el mejor bailarín del mundo.
Carlos, congratulations on such an amazing film. We were so touched to watch it. It's just a touching story, and everything about it was just amazing and beautiful. So my first question is, your father was the reason that you took up ballet. What was his reason in choosing ballet as opposed to a lot of other things? I know football and, slightly more, let's say, masculine hobbies, rather than, sports and things like that.
I used to dance, street dances. And then, because I was already involved in dance, there was a neighbor downstairs of the house that we used to live who had the two kids in the ballet school that I went. And so she recommended that school and said, well, he likes dance, try ballet, And so ballet at the time, it was something that was, for me and for many of my friends, was something that was related to women. Women used to do dance, no men, But anyway, he was a very strong-willed person, and so he just took me and forced me to do ballet, and it became my life. I saw the National Ballet of Cuba at the age of 13. I fell in love with it, and then the rest is history.
And we came away from the film feeling like it didn't sort of sensationalize things that much or embellish your life. How true was all of the storyline to your life?
It's pretty much the events are there, pretty much. Obviously, it's a work of fiction. I wrote a book, and the film took a lot of the scenes from the book, obviously, but the whole structure is completely different because to have me there acting in a movie already changed things already. But the scenes and the events that occurred, are pretty much, how I described them in the book. And so, yes, I think the directorship of Isia Boyaini was brilliant because she took a relatively inexperienced cast, in terms of acting, the boy and everybody else. We never acted in movie as such. And then that's why it makes us feel so relaxed that it looks like, something that is natural, and it flow in a pace that is realistic and not, like you say, over the top or sensationalized, which I think is her own merit.
And earlier in the film, we see a lot of kids from your neighborhood teasing you. There's that scene in the street. How did you overcome that and get yourself a sense of self-confidence in order to move past that and achieve what you've achieved?
Oh, it was hell, it was really hell. Becoming a man in tights in my neighborhood is just really bad news. But anyway, I try to plead with my father in many occasions to take me out from the school, but he was a man on a mission, and so he could keep pushing me, and then after that, basically the school kept giving me chances until finally I saw that performance that changed my outlook and my belief in what I used to believe in dance, and then I developed the love for it. But it was all my father. In my life, my father was the star of my life, really.
And much of the movie explores social and class issues in your home country of Cuba. Since you've been able to travel the world, have your views changed of those issues back in Cuba?
Cuba has been mutating and been evolving and been changing. The Cuban of the 80s was a different Cuba now, and it keeps changing. And so, yeah, the Cuba now is a Cuba that it has more openness, it's more receptive to foreign investment. I mean, Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla, they were in Cuba, not long ago. And so, again, Cuba is still trying to find a way. And in terms of racism, I think there is, we move away from my generation. Now there is more accessibility, and I think there is more better representation of what the world is today on stage.
Wonderful. It was your first time coming to England as part of the National Ballet. How is your experience of London and city compared to growing up in Havana?
Big metropolis. It's scary, no sun, a lot of rain. For a Cuban boy like myself, it was a bit, scary. No one word of English. I didn't know what a bank was. Somebody told me, you should go and have a credit card and that's where the money will come. And I said, what banks are? I didn't know. It was completely another galaxy. But now, London is the best. For me, it's the best. It's the more cultural city in the world. You see a lot of choices of artists and that you could learn from. It's really great.